Hey everyone, I'm Tim Yao, the drum major for the 2011 U.S. Army All-American Marching Band, and I'm going to teach you guys just basic field conducting. The way I conducted the U.S. Army All-American Band was the same way I conducted my high school. So this is just my style. There's many different ways of conducting. I'm just teaching you the style that I feel like is the most clear on the field. There's many different ways of field conducting. The way I personally like it is just a straight, very clear 4-4 pattern. First, you want to get the position down. I recommend doing 45-45-45, which is your arms out 45 degrees, your out from your shoulder 45, your elbow also kind of like a 45. I don't know if you can see that, and your wrist and hand out a little at a 45. That way you have more coverage and people can see your palms. I don't like people with just palms up like that. I want to kind of like you're grabbing a windowsill or something, so you can see the fingertips. Now, as for the actual conducting, I suggest first starting out with 2 music stands at a comfortable height. The reason why I suggest music stands is so when you conduct, you hit the same point every time. That way it'll be cleared, so your beat pattern isn't like all over the place and it's not clear. With the music stand, you're always hitting the same spot. So let's get down to basic conducting. Basic 4-4 pattern, it's kind of like drawing an arrow. You just, beat 1 is 1, you come up a little bit for the rebound, down, 2, you go in, 3 comes out, and 4 is back up. So if you just practice, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now for a 3-4 pattern, it's the same thing. You go 1, but instead of doing like an arrow, it's 1, out on 2, and 3 on up. And 2-4 is just 1, 2, 1, 2. The next thing I want to teach you guys is cues. You usually don't have to do them that much in field shows, but basically if you're going to cue, you want to make it kind of big. The prep for it, you bring your hand back the beat before, and you cue. So if you have a cue on beat 1, on beat 4 you pull your hand back, cue on 1. So 1, 2, 3, prep, 1. Now for the cue, you don't want it just up here or just random. Usually if it's kind of down here, I'd say it's pretty clear, and you hand out so people can see it. Do a little, with your fingers, a little flip. So 1, 2, 3, prep, cue. Now what I like to do personally on the field is if I know, let's say the trumpets have an entrance on beat 1, for like maybe 4 beats before, the measure before, kind of have some eye contact with them so they know that something's happening. So here's 2 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look, 2, 3, prep, cue. Cues on other beats, like 1, cue on 3. It's just whatever beat you cue on, just the beat before you bring your arm back and prep it. It's all coordination. Crescendos and decrescendos. A lot of people have trouble with this in the beginning. They struggle because of the coordination. Basically, because you're doing 2 different things, I suggest just practicing with one hand first. Let's say 4 beats crescendo, 4 beats decrescendo. So just generally you do everything with your left hand. So you kind of come out like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And when you switch to decrescendo, instead of making like an abrupt turn, you kind of want it to round it out when you come down, because when you crescendo and decrescendo, it's not like peak down. Generally, you kind of round it out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And when you do the decrescendo, it's not like you're going down. It's almost like a pulling back motion, because you want the members on the field to be able to see your hand, just more of it. So again, I like to do a little prep for it, just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So with conducting, it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cutoffs. There are many different ways to do cutoffs. Some people like just palms open. I kind of like fist. It depends on the group and your personal preference. Cutoff. Cutoff on 1. Let's start with that. You double 3. So this is what I mean by double 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. You hit where the beat 3 is twice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And when you cut off, you kind of want to make it big so everyone sees you. And it's like pulling string or pulling something tight. So off. You want to make the cutoff like definite. Like you want to make it definite and clear. Like off. You don't want to kind of make it like I don't know where it was. Just boom. Okay. You want to make it clear on the field. So that was cut off on 1. Cut off on 2 would look like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. You just, after you do beat 1, you follow through, cut off on 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Cut off on 3, you would go 1, 1, 2, 3. You just double beat 1. Instead of beat 3, you double beat 1. 1, 2, 3. And cut off on 4, 1, 2, just after 3, you just go through to 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Another thing about field conducting is you want to know where the music is on the field. When you have the battery playing, the pit playing, and the horns, never conduct the pit unless otherwise specified because they're supposed to listen to the battery. So whatever's in front, 99.9% of the time, ignore all that. But music on the field, if there's a low brass, if the low brass are on this side of the field and they're playing kind of like background or just harmony or something, the bass, they're on that side and there's a trumpet feature over here, kind of don't change your footing but lean a little bit and look towards where the feature is and conduct them. And there's no point in just always, yes, most of the time drum major, you're a metronome. Don't try to do like fancy stuff or anything. I'm not saying don't do it. If it calls for it, do it. Help someone play it more musically. But you want to know where the music is on the field. So you kind of follow that at times. You can just look at the section. There might be band members over there, but you're conducting, you can kind of look. And depending on the drill, it all depends. It's an art form. Just know where the music is, and just if there's a feature, focus on the feature. There's a lot of different salutes, especially in high school. You might do stuff like funky stuff like that, or it depends. But the very basic one that every drum major should know is the 2-count salute. It's just a punch and a salute. You can either punch forward, punch 45 degrees, it's just whatever you're comfortable with. But when you do salute, it's 2 counts. 1, 2. And generally, like for a more military salute, because please don't do that. But for the at least drum corps style or like U.S. military, when you salute, just your ring finger. Imagine like you have a ring on your ring finger and you're just showing it to the audience. And it's just above the brow, or if you have the shako on, it's just right at the brim, right here. And you want your right arm to be straight, just one line, none of this, none of that, just as straight as possible, straight line down, straight here. So it's, and then off, you can either do off, down, that's the most simple, off, down, and turn and start the show. Last thing about being a drum major, very basic. I know every program, whether you're doing drum corps or high school, every program's a little different on how they run rehearsals and stuff. Generally, as a drum major, you're the guy that's in between staff level and student. Sometimes you have to act like you're a staff member, sometimes you're a student. Your roles get kind of like, meshed together. It's hard to tell sometimes, but basically, yes, it's about the music, yes, it's about conducting clear, but more importantly, it's about being a leader for the band, because you set the example, whether for old returning members, veterans, or new members. You want them to look up to you and respect you, and at the same time, you have to respect your band members, because although you might be up there on the podium conducting and giving out carrying out different orders, in a way you're their servant. You have to make things easy for them, and your life is harder. I mean, just for example, you better, I don't want to say you better, but when you show up to rehearsals, you're always 10 minutes early. First one there, last one to leave. You gotta make sure everything's good. Also, just be prepared for anything, whether power struggles come up within section leaders, relationships, or health. You gotta keep your band members healthy, Don't let them go off eating like McDonald's or something during band camp. Doesn't sit well, 5 hours in the sun, alright? You're pretty much like a parent almost, but you don't want to seem like you're the boss of them at the same time, because you're also a student. You guys kind of see what I mean? You're someone of the same level who has to act like a step up, but you don't want to make your ego too big either, because people will lose respect. You want the whole band to work together. So the role as drum major, it's it's a little hard to describe, but once you do it, it's basically just being a leader in every aspect.